Okay, first read the question. It says 3 liters of paint covers 20 for square meters and we are asked what %. GE increase in paint is needed to cover 50 point for square meters, so the key idea here is that paint and area A. Ray directly related. More area means more paint. First find paint per 1 square meter. 3 liters for 20 for square. Meters means 1 liter covers 8 square meters, so paint per square meter is 1 by 8 liter. Now multiply this by 50 point for which gives 6.3 liters, so earlier we needed 3 liters and now we need 6 p. Point 3 liters. The increase in paint is 6.3 minus 3, which is 3.3 liters. Now percentage increase is increase divided by original times 100, so 3.3 divided by 3t mess 100, which gives 110%, so the required increase in paint is 110%. This is a direction problem. Read the movement carefully. The car goes 3 kilometers south, then 4 kilometers west, then 5 kilometers north, and then 2 kilometers southeast. We need to find the distance between the point where the vehicle is present right now to the point it started from. First combine north and south movement. 5 north minus 3 south leav s 2 kilometers north. Now the last movement is southeast, which means it has equal south and east components. S 2 kilometers southeast means root 2 kilometers east and root 2 kilometers south. Now subtract these from earlier movements, so north to minus root 2 leaves about 0.586 kilometers north and west for minus root 2 leaves about 2.586 kilometers west. Now we find the straight D. I stance from start using distance formula. Square root of west squared plus north squared, which gives Abu t to 0.65 kilometers, so the car is about 2.65 kilometers away from starting point. This is a time and investment problem. Tahir invested 15,000 for 12 months. Umar invested 30,000 after 5 months, so he invested for 7 months, and Usman invested 45,000 at start of 9th month, so he invested for 4 months. Now I'll multiply each investment by time. Tahir 15,000 into 12 gives 180t. House and Umar 30,000 into 7 gives 210,000, and Usman 40. 5,000 into forgives 180,000. Now the ratio is 180 to 10 to 180, which simplifies to 6 to 7 to 6 tot. Our parts are 19. Profit is for 106,000, so one part is for 106,000 divided by 19t. AHIR gets 6 parts, UMAR gets 7 parts, and Usman gets 6 parts. That gives Tahir 128,000 TW. 110 UMAR 149,579 and Usman 128,210 approximately.
Umar left a property of rupees 640,000. A debt of rupees 40,000 was due to him, meaning this money was to be received by him, and rupees 5,000 was spent on his burial. We are asked to distribute the amount between his widow, one daughter, and 2 sons according to Islamic law. Step 1 is to calculate the net estate. We start with the property 640,000. Add the debt due to him 40,000 because this money comes back to the estate. That gives 680,000. Now subtract burial expenses 5,000. Southwest, the net distributable estate becomes rupees 675,000. Step 2 is to identify the legal heirs. The heirs are widow, one daughter, and 2 sons. Step 3 is to give fixed shares first. According to Islamic law, when the deceased has children, the widow gets 1/8 of the estate. So widow's share is 1/8 of 675,000. That equals rupees 84,375. Step 4 is to find the remaining amount. Subtract widow's share from total estate. 675,000 minus 84,375. Remaining amount is rupees 590,625. Step 5 is distribution among children. There are 2 sons and 1 daughter. According to Islamic law, each son gets double the share of the daughter. So the ratio among children is 2 for each son, and 1 for the daughter. That makes total parts 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5 parts. Now divide the remaining amount by 5. 590,625 divided by 5 gives 118,125 per part. Step 6, final shares. Each son gets 2 parts. So each son gets rupees 236,250. The daughter gets 1 part. So the daughter gets rupees 118,125. This is a very lengthy question, but it is very easy, so don't worry. Let's do it step by step. Let's arrange the percentages along with the products from the pie chart for ease. Rent is 26%. Food is 14%. And so on. Childcare is 15%. And others are unknown. Let's answer the given questions now. In Part A, we are asked to find the percentage spent on other. From the pie chart, the given percentages are: rent 26%, food 15%, utilities 8%, local tax 10%, travel 10%, childcare 15%. First we add all the given percentages. 26 plus 15 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 15 gives 84%. Since the total of a pie chart is always 100%, we subtract 84 from 100, so the percentage spent on other is 16%. Now let's solve Part B. We are asked to find the fraction of expenditure spent on utilities, rent, and food together. Utilities is 8%. Rent is 26%. Food is 15%. Adding them gives 49%. To write this as a fraction, we place it over 100. So the required fraction is 49 over 100. Let's solve Part C. We are told that utilities cost 11,600 rupees. From the pie chart, utilities represent 8% of the total expenditure. If 8% equals 11,600, then 100% will be 11,600 multiplied by 100 and divided by 8. This gives 145,000. So the total monthly expenditure is rupees 145,000. Let's solve Part D. We are told that the other category is 16%. And the monthly income is 24,000 rupees. This other amount is divided into 3 parts: savings, 4 parts charity, and 1 part miscellaneous. First we calculate the amount of other. 16% of 24,000 is 3,840. Now we add the ratio parts. 3 plus 4 plus 1 equals 8 parts. 1 part is 3,840 divided by 8. That gives 480. Savings are 3 parts. So 3 multiplied by 480 gives 1,440. So the monthly savings are rupees 1,440. This is a logical reasoning question about police officers in a car chase. Initially, Baker is directly behind the stolen vehicle. Lopez is behind Baker. O'Malley is behind Lopez. Reinhardt is approaching from the opposite direction. Reinhardt makes a U-turn and pulls in behind Officer Lopez. So Reinhardt is now between Lopez and O'Malley. Next, Baker pulls up on the driver's side of the stolen vehicle. So Baker is no longer behind. Then Lopez pulls up on the other side of the vehicle. So Lopez is also no longer behind. Now the officers still behind the vehicle are Reinhardt and O'Malley. Reinhardt is closer to the vehicle. So the officer directly behind the stolen vehicle is Reinhardt. We are given a mixed series of letters and numbers. The series is F2 blank D8 C16 B32. First, we look at the letters only. The letters given are F, D, C, B. If we write the alphabet order, F comes before E, E comes before D, D comes before C, C comes before B. So the letters are moving one step backward each time in the alphabet. Since F comes first and D comes after the blank, the missing letter must be E. Now we look at the numbers only. The numbers are 2, 8, 16, 32. 8 is double of 4. 16 is double of 8. 32 is double of 16. So the numbers are following a doubling pattern. Since 8 comes after the blank, the missing number must be 4. Now we combine the missing letter and number. The missing term is E4. We are given a word in a certain code language. Landmine is written as PYRBQGRC. First, we must carefully compare each letter of landmine with its coded letter. L becomes P. A becomes Y, N becomes R, D becomes B, M becomes Q. I becomes G, N becomes R, E becomes C. Now we check how each letter has changed. L to P means 4 letters forward. A to Y means 2 letters backward. N to R means 4 letters forward. D to B means 2 letters backward. M to Q means 4 letters forward. I to G means 2 letters backward. So we clearly see a repeating pattern. The pattern is +4 -2 +4 -2 and so on. Now we apply the same pattern to the word homemade. H +4 becomes L, O -2 becomes M, M +4 becomes Q, E -2 becomes C, M +4 becomes Q. A -2 becomes Y, D +4 becomes H, E -2 becomes C. Now we write all the coded letters together. The coded form of homemade is LMQCQYHC.